Welcome to The World is in You. It's an exhibition about how our bodies are connected to the planet in many different ways. And the exhibition looks at it through 4 themes: space, time, microbes, and generations. So my name is Peter Stannes. I work at the Novo Nordisk Foundation Center for Basic Metabolic Research at the University of Copenhagen. And we do science about metabolic health and disease. We are really excited about this exhibition because we think it really shows the potential to discuss big societal issues when you bring together scientists, curators, and artists in the same space together. And today we have 2 people that worked on this exhibition. First of all, we have Associate Professor Adam Bencard from the Medical Museion. And Adam, you were one of the curators of the exhibition. Medical Museion curated the whole thing, and Medical Museion does research at CBMR under the research program Metabolic Science in Culture. With you, we have Associate Professor Mani Arumugam. And Mani, your research is into how health and diseases are influenced by our gut microbiome, and your research takes place over at the University of Copenhagen. And yeah, together you worked on the theme microbes. And Adam, this is a really big topic. Why put it into this exhibition? Why one of the 4 themes?
Well, as this exhibition examines how contemporary biomedicine is studying and maybe even re-articulating some of the ways we've traditionally understood the relationship between our bodies and their environments, then microbiome research is a very easy and interesting fit to that topic because it is literally the world being within us, not as a metaphor, not as spiritual oneness, but as hundreds and maybe thousands of different species that live on and in our bodies and participate in our everyday life and our sort of the state of our health and disease. So thinking of microbes is a really easy and literal way to think about the world in us.
And Mani, this is your field of research. You're examining and researching all these microbes that live within us. Since you've got into this field of research, how has it changed the way that you look at the world and you look at your body and the relationship between the 2?
I've been working with microbes and microbiome for 15 years now, and this has completely changed my view of the entire world from being a human-centric world or viewpoint to something where I believe this is their planet and we are just guests here, and we better behave, cooperate, and coexist. Otherwise, we will have no chance of survival.
Absolutely. Well, let's go into the exhibition and see what you 2 collaborated on. Take a look. So now we're inside the exhibition, we're at the microbes theme, and we're in front of what looks like a lot of tubes and some jars, and some more jars. Mani, I understand that this is taken straight out of your laboratory. Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
So what we're looking at is a fecal fermenter, but basically what it does is to let us study how the gut microbiome is helping us to digest and process the food that we are eating and converting it into useful stuff that our body can use.
Excellent. And so what's the processes here? So these are different stages of the digestion process.
Yeah. So when it's all mounted in our lab, this system will be fed 3 times a day, 3 meals a day actually. So food goes into the stomach and small intestine, and then food will be processed there with pancreatic juice and acids, and then converted and transferred into what we call the ascending colon. And then there will be some more processing by the bacteria, and from there it goes to the transverse colon, more processing, and the descending colon. And these different colon compartments are kept at different pH, which means that there will be different kinds of bacteria, and also food only, the system only transfers what is left over from the previous stages. So it's a sequential processing of our food, the way it happens in our body. And we can study all this by sampling content from each of these different compartments.
That's incredible. And this is inside a laboratory. You're feeding it 3 times a day and then measuring it. And so, Adam, what made you think that this was something that should go in this exhibition? What did you want to communicate with it?
Well, in a sense for us, it's a wonderful sort of object because on the one hand, it's both fairly intuitive, most people, whether they know about science or not, can look at this thing, read that it's a sort of a way to mimic the human gut, and you see the different compartments and part of our intestinal system. So there's a sort of, all right, you can see why that would be interesting and worth as a tool to examine how we interact with the human gut microbiome. But then it's also strange and interesting to look at, and it's a part of scientific reality that most people don't see. You don't see what lab equipment like this looks like, and it looks almost like a sculpture. It has certain aesthetic qualities, which also makes it a good object for an exhibition like this.
So, Manny, I mean, working with Adam on this exhibition, have you had a new perspective? Did you ever think that this would go in a gallery, for example?
To be honest, I would have never imagined that our fecal fermenter, what we call the poop machine, would ever be in an art exhibition or a science exhibition. I was very happy and privileged to be working with Adam to put this on display. And we're also really excited that people can look at objects that we are using every day in our research.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Adam. Thank you very much, Manny. The World is in You is on exhibition at Charlottenborg in Copenhagen until January 16. So please come and take a look at this object and many, many more.